if you're really struggling to help your midlife clients, then will you join me on the 12th of August on my final health practitioner CPD course for the year? I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet from Menopause Transformation. My PhD was in women's healthy aging, and what I've done is put together a fabulous course for you on the evidence behind the lifestyle science for women during their menopause transition. There's so much information out there, and the practitioners who've done my courses in the past have said how confused they feel, and particularly around a lot of the symptoms that they're not able to help women with. And no matter what your scope of practice, it's important that we remain within our scope of practice, but within your scope of practice, I know that you will get so much out of this course to enable you and empower you to help women who are in this particular cohort, who you want to be able to support and to be able to discuss some of the lifestyle evidence with you. When you come on the course, we're going to start off talking about some of the theories of aging. And I'm going to share with you some of this information. Obviously, you don't have to get this book, but it's really important that we have a framework from which to talk about menopause and to talk about the midlife menopause transition, the three phases from perimenopause to menopause to postmenopause. Women are staying in postmenopause, for a lot longer than ever before. So it's really important that we understand that the menopause transition is a very vulnerable time for their health. But what does that mean, and what can we do to help them? And what it means is that we've got to understand the changes that go on around the body when it comes to midlife menopause and these years that we're coming through this particular stage of life. I'm well through it now, and I wish I'd had all this information when I was coming through menopause and coaching women. So I want to share with you some of the evidence around certainly the cardiovascular changes in menopause. The evidence, the articles and the studies, that's replete with information about menopause. But what does this mean for our coaching practices? What does it mean for the advice that we're giving women around some of their lifestyle practices? Are we talking about inflammation with them? Do we understand that menopause itself is an inflammatory event? And if we don't get on top of allowing the body to adjust to this life stage through lifestyle solutions, then we can end up with problems in postmenopause, particularly around those inflammatory diseases. So it's important that we think about this, that we understand these changes, and that we bring this knowledge to our coaching practices. Do you know that hot flashes and blood pressure are intimately connected? Look at this, hot flashes and blood pressure in midlife women. There's so many articles on vascular stiffness and blood pressure. So why aren't we having these conversations about high blood pressure and the risk of hypertension as women come through this particular life stage? So that's what I want to talk you through. I've got so much information for you that you can do in your own time. There's no pressure. Every couple of weeks you get to spend time with me on a Zoom call. No matter where you are in the world, we have different time that suit your time zones, and it's just really, the practitioners who are on the program now and who've done the programs in the past absolutely love their learning and the information that they receive. So jump onto the My Menopause Transformation website. There's a drop-down link called MyMT Education, and on that link there's the CPD practitioner course. So have a look at it. I've got the learning outcomes all there, and you can download those and have a read of them and just really understand, what it is that I'm going to take you through. We're going to talk about your coaching pedagogy, health behavior change specific to midlife women. My master's degree was in health behavior change, and I really want to bring some of this knowledge to you that is specific to this important age and stage of life. It's such, the difference that we can make as health practitioners is phenomenal. and you can jump on the My Menopause Transformation website, have a look at some of the success stories. But what we're going to do with you as a practitioner is we're going to deep dive a little bit further. We're going to understand the evidence behind the lifestyle science. And it doesn't matter about, your clients or you yourself, if you're on medications or supplements. We'll talk about some of those, but my passion and purpose is thinking about how do we help women change their lifestyle? What are the key things that they need to be doing to allow their body to adapt to this age and stage of life? So join me if you can. August the 12th is the final course for 2023, and I can't wait for you to join me.